Yeah, I have just a couple people to thank. So if you'll bear with me, I think it's really important. Today for me at least is always a day of gratitude. To me, it starts with all the young men who've made the decision to sign with us, both the guys who signed scholarships, the guys who are coming as walk-ons. Julie and I, as two parents that have a son finishing his senior year in Charlotte, who's decided to come to Nebraska and be a freshman next year. This signing class for us, it probably means more than ever has. And so we understand that when you're going through this process, knowing that they're in a safe place with good people, it just matters so much. And so very grateful to the parents, the guardians, the high school coaches, the mentors, everyone who've led these young men to these decisions. And I'm grateful for all the players that they've entrusted their future to us. I believe that they've all come here for the right reasons, and I'm excited to kind of be a part of their future. Grateful to our staff. Obviously you guys see the 10 full-time coaches that go on the road, but we have an army of people who evaluate and help make this process run. Everything from making sure that business expenses get done, to flights are on time, to identifying the best players. And this is when people come to see us, I think they walk away feeling like there's a cohesive vision, that there's sort of a family feel here, and it's because we all do believe in the same things. And so very grateful to our coaches and our staff, and especially their families. This is hard. There's a lot of time that puts into this, and our coaches and staff, their families, do a lot. Very grateful to Trev and our entire administration. You can't recruit at this level without an investment and a belief that it's going to pay off. And so very grateful for the way that they've laid this out for us, where we can be successful. A lot of people in Lincoln, a lot of vendors, a lot of hotels, they go out of their way to make sure that we have an unbelievable process. I think one of the crown jewels, one of the key recruiters for us is the city of Lincoln. I think when people come here, they're blown away. And so when we can put them at the Kindler Hotel, when we can show them the Scarlet Hotel, when we can take them to eat at JTK or Casa Bovina or all the different places that we utilize, to me, it makes coming to Nebraska that much more real. And so I'm grateful. Our fans, as we all know, our fan base is second to none, and it's something that I think our families they feel. It's hard to send your kid from Florida to Nebraska. It's hard to send your kid from all across the country. And one of the major questions I get is, Coach, how's my son going to be treated here? And when people come on visits, when they get in the airport, or when they walk into a game, they feel so welcome. They feel so welcome for the right reasons, that it makes it that much easier to send their kids here. And so for that, I'm unbelievably grateful. I want to thank a lot of former players, too many to name, but just the way that they've reached out and sent names in. I'm just really proud of the fact that there's 6 players who are legacies. I'm really proud of the fact that we have one player whose brother's on the team, one player, Eric Ingerson, whose uncle's played here. The fact that Nebraska means that much to them, and that they believe in what we're doing, that they want to send their sons here. I have to thank Coach Osborne. One of our best recruiters, put someone in a room with Coach Osborne and then give me the credit. I'll take that all day, but it's really Coach. I want to thank Governor Pillen. Not very often that the governor is willing to not recruit but build relationships and tell people what life is like here. So very grateful to him. Some specific former players that have really gone out of their way. Abdul Muhammad has really laid the groundwork for us as we want to recruit this state. Really proud of the fact that we have 8 scholarship kids from Nebraska for the second year in a row. I want to thank Vershawn Jackson and Steve Warren and Damon Benning and many others, without whom I wouldn't have some of the names that I've gotten, and I'm really grateful for that. I want to thank Tommy Frazier and Eric Crouch, being willing to come on campus and meet with players. Jay Foreman, Doak Ostergaard, those guys have gone way out of their way, and so many others have done a lot, but I want to make sure I thank them. And then finally, I think this is really indicative. Having this type of signing class is indicative of what's happening in our athletic department. When your women's soccer team is Big Ten champs, when you see what the basketball team is doing, it might not seem like a lot, but you're trying to find things to talk about with guys. And you're talking about, hey, did you see us beat Michigan State, or taking the Dylan Rhule and going over and watching, Jazz score 25 the other on Sunday. I mean, those things matter. On a personal note, I want to thank Coach Cook and our women's volleyball team. What they did this year was awesome. And for Coach Cook to do that with such a young team, I know it's brought my family and I closer. I mean, I had Baker Mayfield call me from Tampa. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to the game on Thursday, bro." Like, I mean, you got people all across the country talking about our women's volleyball team, and to do it so young. And I loved what Harper said after the game. We took the staff yesterday to see day by day, and I wasn't there. Trev can maybe talk about it better than I can, but I don't know if 94 and 95 don't happen if 92, 93 does. And I don't know if 97 doesn't happen if 97 doesn't happen if it's not for 96. And I just love being a part of this level of excellence in so many areas of our athletic department. And I think it's part of why you look across the country, people are getting so excited about Nebraska football. Finally, I have to thank 1890. They have backed these student athletes. They have backed these players. For us to sit here, I know people are going to ask me about the portal. We have our own portal, and we got Bryce Benhart out of that portal, and we got Ben Scott out of that portal, and Giff deciding to come back, even though he's probably going to get drafted, and Ty Robinson, passing on the chance to get drafted to come back. I mean, that's unbelievable. John Bullock coming back. And you're just very grateful for the experience these guys are having, whether it's Dennis or Keith Zimmer in life skills, but also the way that our student athletes have been supported by the Pete family, by Matt Davison, and all the people who've donated. Thank you so much, because this is the modern world of athletics, and we are being supported by an organization that's run the right way and doing things the right way, and that comes across to us each and every time we talk to a student athlete. And then finally, our players. Our players are our best recruiters. When they tell our players what it's like here, when they tell recruits what it's like here, recruits listen. And the feedback's been excellent. I think you guys have seen that by the lack of guys going into the transfer portal. People are excited about being part of this program, and that's why we've been able to sign so many guys. So I know that was long, but I am extremely grateful for them. I know you guys have a lot of questions, so I'm happy to answer them.